Call the meeting to order. Roll call.
Belsley.
Here.
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 Sorry. Herman.
Here.
Kaufman.
Here.
Newhouse.
Here.
Yarko.
Yes.
Dirklinger.
Here. Please join me in the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Tonight we do not have any hearings or presentations, so we'll go into public comments. Are there any public comments that anyone from the community like to speak? Mr. Steimling, as you come forward, I would like to commend you for all of the hard work that you did for the wall. I know that I have no idea how many hours you put on that, but it was very important for our community and especially very important for our young people to understand the importance of freedom and the willingness of people to give their lives for freedom. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for kind words. But this was a community effort. I may have led the project, but I had at least 100 volunteers, including Trustee Herman. And, sir, I would like you to come over here, if you would, please. As you recall, Norm, several years ago you approached me and asked me how we could honor our serving citizens. During the process of putting the Wall That Heals exhibit together, I got in contact with a man from Champaign who is known only as Mohawk Man. Mohawk Man serves on the board of directors for an organization called SJO Service Members. SJO stands for St. Joseph Ogden. And they plagiarized us, sir. They, about a year and a half ago, started putting street signs up recognizing their men and women who are serving in the armed forces. We've had ours up. This will be our third winter. But what they've done since they've got most of the people in the small communities of St. Joseph and Ogden recognized, they've started to recognize those who are killed in action, missing in action, from various communities that are doing things to recognize their citizens. So on behalf of Mohawk Man, who made this presentation yesterday to Trustee Herman, I would like to present to you the sign that they gave us recognizing Mike Moran, the only casualty from Morton. I would make one request, that this be placed on Cortland Avenue with those who are currently serving.
Definitely will be. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
When you meet up with Mohawk Man, to thank him very much.
Yeah, I have and will continue to. So thanks, Norm.
Your Honor, if I could just add one thing, please. Thank you. Larry invited, in addition to Mohawk Man, for the entire time the wall was here, Dr. John Hosier brought his, he's a Vietnam veteran, and he had a display of photography and artifacts that he had, and it really enhanced the experience of visiting the wall here. But I had the chance to have several conversations with him over the course of the days that the wall was here, and I just wanted to share with Larry and everyone something that he said to me. He was so admiring of our community and expressed multiple times to me that he was impressed by the respect that the school children had and the questions that they asked, and their attentiveness at the wall and their eagerness to learn. And he was impressed with our patriotism and our volunteerism. And he told me that he has taken this exhibit all over the country to cities of all sizes. And he said, in Morton, you know how to do things right. And I just really wanted to share that with Larry and everyone in the community that was involved, because it was a very high compliment. And also, Larry, thank you for all that you do for veterans and for our community. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other public comments? This is a little bit out of the ordinary, but we have a little bit of an out of the ordinary situation in the back couple of rows. And I was wondering if the leaders of the troop would stand up and explain what's going on tonight. If you'd come forward, it would be great.
All right, all the scouts that you see back here and all the parents, we're all part of Troop 178 here, right here out of Morton. And actually tonight we're all here working on a merit badge, citizenship in the community, which is required for Eagle. And one of the things is require a public meeting. And so we chose to come here tonight to attend this meeting. So this is like one of the last requirements that we have for this merit badge.
Terrific. Could you do me a favor, though? Take that microphone and bend it down a little bit, as far as you can, and kind of move it over, and then ask your troops to come forward and give their names.
Yeah, state your name, please.
My name is Nathan Null.
Okay.
Column of files from the left.
My name is Ian Geimer.
My name is Samuel Brodel.
My name's John Prey.
My name's Taylor Johnson.
My name's Seth Goodeman.
My name's Alex Orzel.
My name's John Riley.
My name's Zach Losey.
My name's Bryce Rolanitis.
My name's Aaron Rapp.
I think we've got two gentlemen dressed in scout things, too.
Well, I'm Don Shepard, and I'm the merit badge constable for this, and we're here to make sure that these guys get their requirements done tonight.
That's terrific.
So,
That's terrific.
Everybody, I'm sure you were all at the Puzzle Festival. You probably saw these guys at Green Garden.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And we want to thank you for that, too. So now, about Thursday, you can tell all of your friends to watch Channel 22 that you're on TV for 3 times a day. So
Don't forget YouTube.
it's also on YouTube, so you can do that, too. I forgot about the YouTube. So thank you very much for coming forward, and thank you for spending your time and working so hard on your badges. The Eagle Scout award is an unbelievable award, and if you look throughout the nation, very important leaders throughout the nation have been Eagle Scouts in the past. So we're looking forward to great things out of all of you. So thank you for coming tonight.
Thank you.
Are there any other public comments? Okay, request for removal of items from the consent agenda. The consent agenda tonight is the minutes of the regular meeting, September 4th, 2012, approval of bills. There are no ordinances. One resolution, number 1312, a resolution authorizing an easement with the Morton Park District. This is a West Jackson welcome sign. And then under other business, approval of a civic system building permits and code enforcement software agreement. The village this year has been doing this concerted effort of trying to improve our technological capabilities, and this is one of them. Shortly, they've been cleaning up our website, so I think you will enjoy looking at the website and many other things that we've been doing, and we still have others planned. So you reporters, you might have something there if you want to talk to Wendy and Jeff and Craig to give you an idea of what we are doing. So are there any items that anyone in the public would like to move down to item 8, consideration of items removed from the consent agenda? Hearing none, may I have a motion for the board?
Move approval, Your Honor.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Belsley,
Yes.
Hare,
Yes.
Herman,
Yes.
Kaufman,
Yes.
Newhouse,
Yes.
Yarko.
Yes.
Motion passed. I do not have anything tonight. Madam Treasurer, do you have something?
Yes. Tonight I'm asking approval to transfer $267,000 from the general fund, $93,000 from the water and the wastewater depreciation fund, and $163,000 from the stormwater depreciation fund to the capital projects fund.
May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Hare,
Yes.
Herman,
Yes.
Kaufman,
Yes.
Newhouse.
Yes.
Yurko.
Yes.
Belsley.
Yes.
Motion passed. Chief?
Just a reminder, everyone, in a couple weeks, Saturday the 29th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., we're going to be doing our prescription drug take-back initiative with the DEA. That would be from the hours of 10 to 2, and this past April, we collected over 155 pounds of pharmaceuticals.
That's a lot of pills.
It's a lot of pills. I think there's been four sessions of this, and throughout the state of Illinois, 1.5 million pounds has been collected.
What's that date again?
Saturday, September 29th, from 10 to 2, it'll be in the lobby of our police station.
We'll have that on the TV channel.
Yes, it's on the website as well as the Magnet website and our Facebook.
Craig, do you want to move the microphone over to you a little bit? And that, Craig. And kind of explain why we don't want the pills going down the toilet.
We don't want them going down the toilet, obviously, because they'll end up in the system. And then we'll end up having to treat them down at the wastewater facility, which we do not. We don't want those items in there because we test those regularly, daily, and we don't want unknown substances to register in our testing procedures. So,
because the water does end up in the creek, go to the Mackinac, then to the
That's
Illinois,
correct.
and then the people south of us.
That's correct.
Potentially will be taking on some of those chemicals.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, thank you. I take it you probably don't have anything tonight?
I do not, Your Honor.
All right. What do we pay you for? Keep me out of trouble. Okay, Chief?
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Back to you, Mr. Lauterbell.
All I have tonight, Your Honor, is a Public Works recap for the month of August is in your packets.
Thank you. Mr. Spangler?
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Okay, under trustees, let's see, Trustee Belsley.
Nothing tonight.
Mr. Hare?
Just real quick, I wanted to take the opportunity from this weekend, and I know we've kind of had a little bit of a love fest with Morton, and I want to continue that with. It's good to see how many people that were here and how smoothly that was run, and that's really a testament to the people down here that are running the police and the fire department, because that's an awful lot of people that come down through here, and you guys should be really proud of the work that you do. And it's just it was again an incredible event, and I just want to thank you guys a lot for all the work you guys put in. That's it.
Thank you. Mrs. Herman?
I agree. And nothing else tonight, Your Honor.
Mr. Kaufman?
Tonight, we need to be looking at the resolution to adopt a waste collection agreement, a New Year 7-year agreement with Grimm Brothers Trucking. And as we discussed this a little bit a couple weeks ago, what this is a 7-year agreement, and we'll be going to roller bins instead of the tote bins now. So what we're proposing is that each citizen would receive a 65-gallon roller bin for garbage and a 65 roller bin with an orange lid for recyclables. The recyclables can be intermixed inside the roller bin, and we're trying to get away from the blowing garbage, for one thing. Also, the sticker program we currently have will not be a primary use now. You'll have a roller bin, and if you have more garbage than more than what fills that roller bin, then you can use a sticker as a secondary container. So you could have a garbage can with a sticker, a 32-gallon garbage can with a sticker. So the sticker program we have, you can still buy stickers, but it'll be your secondary collection. Some of the reasons for this, like we said, is for the blowing garbage. Also, it's the industry now that it's automation, the trucks pick them up and dump, getting away from the workman's comp issues and different things and the cost of handling every can. That's just where the industry is. Also, the industry is where it's roller bins. The individual totes are no longer the way things are going. So we're looking at a 7-year agreement. The first 2 years will be $15 a month. Then after that, it's 3% increases for the next 5. Then there's a 3-year agreement that both Grimm Brothers and Morton would have to agree to. So it could eventually be a 10-year agreement.
Senior citizen.
And then also, we have the senior citizen discount. We looked at seniors possibly not having that much garbage, so we have a 35-gallon bin, again, one for garbage, one for recyclables, that anybody 65 and older can get those 35s, and that would be $12 a month at the senior rate for the first 2 years. So that's pretty well in a nutshell, but as we looked at this, we spent several months looking at it. We had a committee of Mr. Laudermilk, Mr. Newhouse, and myself, and we looked at, there was nobody that was going to deliver our garbage at the current cost. That's been locked in for 7 years. Grimm's have been good enough not to increase that for 7 years, but there's nobody feasible that's going to do that. So we looked at, if we're going to have to pay more, then what were some more services? And as Mr. Laudermilk talked about, the pills going down the toilet, we don't want the pills, we don't want the oil. So we've asked the police chief to continue making sure we get in on that program, as well as the fire chief has it for medical waste that can be dropped off at the fire station. So what we have then in the agreement is that at Grimm's facility, right before the tunnels, we will continue to have the cardboard drop-off, but we will also have oil drop-off for your vehicles, and we'll have e-waste for your electronics. So you can drop off electronics, you can drop off oil, you can drop off cardboard. You can also drop off yard waste there if you want to sometime during the year, which they have now. We will continue to do the yard waste collection. The mayor didn't get that cut the last time. So,
you don't want to start on me now.
So anyhow, so we have those, and we'll have 1 day a year, Morton Cleanup Day, so that you can put bulky items by the curb, and that's anything that the landfill can take. Appliances with Freon obviously can't be taken, but if you have something like that, if you call Grimm's office, they'll arrange with a recycler to pick that up. So I think we've tried to address where we think the garbage is going to be in the next few years. We're trying to address not having this stuff in our streams. As remember, about a year ago, we had EPA checking the streams. We had to do a report. I believe that report cost this village a population of 16,000 over $200,000 for a report about that thick. So we do not want pills, oil, anything dumped down there. So we tried to look out 10 years what we need to be doing to address a few of those things. So we've tried to pick up several things that the village citizens could use. Also in this contract, the Grimm Brothers are going to take care of about, I think it's 2,000 tons of the village street sweepings. They'll get rid of that for us at their landfill at no cost. And they also do some water treatment at the plant. So they do other things besides just pick up our garbage in this contract. Mr. Newhouse?
200 tons, Jeff.
Correct.
I saw Mark back there going 2,000.
Okay, 200.
One truck.
I tried, Todd.
Mr. Kaufman touched on it, just for clarification, the disposal of household hazardous waste
Yes.
Provision of the contract allows 2 hazardous waste disposal days during the 7-year life of the contract. Now, the state sponsors some of these. There was one just a week or 2 ago at Expo Gardens in Peoria. But between the state-sponsored programs and the ones in the contract, people should have places to take their household hazardous waste, which, like pharmaceuticals, should not go into the drains. Might also mention the plan includes stop-start services we discussed before, so people can, if you don't have much garbage or you're traveling, you can terminate for 1 month and up to a maximum
of 3 months, no collection, no charge. One other point of explanation on the recycling might be worthwhile. When recycling plan started with the little totes that everybody has at home, the orange totes, the recyclables were separated. Remember, paper went in one container and metals and glass went in another. The industry has gone to single stream. This is a lot of this decision-making has been driven by changes in state and federal regulations. And single stream waste means it's much more practical to have a roller bin. You just throw everything in it, it's all handled as recyclable. So with those provisions, there's some other services. There will be communication on this from the village and from the disposal company. Everybody should have full details well in time to make up their minds about what they'd like to do.
And hitting on the hazardous waste, we like the citizens just to store their paint, store their hazardous waste for the time, because we've made provisions that we will have a hazardous waste cleanup. So it might take, we might do it in the first year, or it might be every 2 years, or the county or the state might have one. So we do not want it down the streams and down our wastewater, because it's expense to treat that.
Well, we're subject to fine, $10,000 fine. And I think there's an individual liability as well if you dispose.
Could you comment real quick, too, on the, you guys did a comparative study, and I thought that was pretty important as well, because it's not, you're comparing it to other communities, not just our
Newhouse is in charge of that. I'll let him address that.
We compared Morton to Peoria, Washington, Pekin, Galesburg, Streeter. I checked Palatine and a couple of communities in Michigan that were similar to Morton. Most people pay at least what we do. Many pay more. The $15 standard charge is just about in the middle of the pack. There are 1 or 2 communities around that pay a little less. If you look at the charge plus the tax levy for a couple of other communities, which is sort of invisible but still there, their price is much higher than approaching $20 to what we pay, and we have no tax levy that applies to this. So at $15, we're about in the middle of the pack. Streeter was the top at 17 something, I think. One place in Michigan, I think, was $20 a month. So we feel for the services offered, and no other central Illinois community has a package that looks like this. We think it's a model program. And so for the dollars that people are expending, they will have a range of services that, to the best of my knowledge anyway, no one else has.
One of the advantages is that Grimm Brothers has a location here in Morton, and I think that that benefits us in many ways also.
Right, and under the contract, they've agreed to improve that site, and we're going to have that be part of the information, how you can drive in and drop off each thing and make a turn and come back out. Right. So there'll be changes there, and we're going to work with Mark to get that done.
Would you just maybe tell people that they can expect a mailing, and what to expect going forward here? They'll get a letter, how that's going to work.
Well, we're probably going to be mailing out probably in October, first part of October, some mailings. I think there'll be several mailings because there's a lot of information there. So we're going to work with Mark and just coordinate. We want to see what he wants to put in, what we want to put in. So the committee's going to keep working with the Grimm organization to make sure we get everything out so the hazardous waste is collected and saved and disposed of, as we've discussed, the different avenues. So
people will have a chance to have all that information in front of them and make.
Because we'll have the utility bills with all the addresses, so we're going to make that available so all the mailings get out, everybody gets it.
And will the bins be delivered in December, end of December, before the January 1st?
I think they were, Mark, I'll let you answer that one.
What date were
That's
those
to be
coming out?
determined. It'll be end of December or early January, I think.
That'll just be automatically done. They'll be delivered, and the other ones will be picked up.
Also, there's about 3,200 households that already have them in this town.
Mm-hmm.
So there's.
That's yet to be detailed out, so people will get that communication well in advance, so they'll have plenty of time to.
And the citizens need to know that the orange totes, there'll be a date, the current orange totes will not be used any longer. So we're not going to allow the orange tote to be an add-on to the recyclables. The whole idea is to have it in the bin. That will be rid of, and there'll be a point where Grimm's will just pick it up and keep it in exchange for these totes.
With respect to somebody asked about the communications, there's a Q&A that everybody's seen here. We will have that and the release information on the community website, on the TV screen that runs before the film of the meetings. We'll probably have it posted in Village Hall. We'll try to get it as many places as we can, but we will make a big effort between now and the end of the year to make sure that everybody in Morton has adequate communications and can get his or her questions answered, and prepared for a smooth transition in the first week or two, probably in the first week or two of January. Need a motion.
So I would move approval of this contract, Your Honor.
Second? Second? Any further discussion? Roll call.
Herman.
Yes.
Kaufman.
Yes.
Newhouse.
Yes.
Yurko.
Yes.
Belsley.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Motion passed. I want to thank you too, Mr. Laudermilk, on the hard work that you did, and Mark Grimm and Eric Shangra. I know that your corporation wanted more money out of the Village of Morton than what you're getting, and I do appreciate your guys' willingness to negotiate with us and come to an agreement that I think that is good for all of us. So thank you too also. Mr. Newhouse.
I think everyone's heard enough from me tonight, Your Honor.
Mrs. Yarko.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
All right. We have a closed session tonight, 2 items. First is purchase or lease of real property for the use of the public body pursuant to Section 2C5 of the Open Meetings Act, and the second one for the purpose of discussing the sale of property owned by the public body pursuant to Section 2C6 of the Open Meetings Act. May I have a motion to go into closed session?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Kaufman.
Yes.
Newhouse.
Yes.
Yurko.
Yes.
Belsley.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Herman.
Yes.
And before the scouts leave, I promised you a short meeting to a couple of you tonight. I don't think that you should walk away from this meeting thinking that all public meetings are this short. You can ask the press; they know. But I do want you students to understand that much of this work we have been working on for many months, and of course the board members talk to each other one-on-one about all of these items. We get lots of materials to read, and so it just so happened tonight that everything kind of fell in place and it was a short meeting. But a democracy is not always this easy. It takes a lot of give and take among board members and mayors and school boards and village park boards. And so please, you might want to go to another board meeting and see if what real life is like. You might want to go to Sparta or Sparlin or whatever it is, and a few others around the state, and you'll really get an education. So thank you for coming tonight, and we're going to go into closed session, and there will be no action afterwards.